Hello everyone, welcome back to the inTutor. Previously, we were working on the for loop. We saw how useful the for loop can be, but that's not all. Trust me. Well, that's just a little hint on what how a for loop can be very useful. Now, today, what you're going to be seeing here is a while loop. In a while loop, actually, we just have something like while you're still a kid, you're being fed. That's just stuff like, okay, while your baby, you're breastfeeded, something of that sort. That's your somehow where you can use a while loop, for example. Basically, we just have something like a while. Then here we have the condition actually. After our condition, we then say, okay, we give some instructions. At this point, you say if it's either increasing, incrementing, or decrementing. Remember that the while loop happens to is related to another variable. So in this particular case, you know that the condition is somehow related to the counter or the iterator. I think we should go in with an example. Okay, so basically we start as usual. The include stdio.h describing the library, the standard type library. After that, we declare the variables we are going to be using. I'm going to be using age. Don't mind me. I'm somehow familiar with age, and again. Don't mind. A password, for example, is somehow where we could use a while loop, for example. So you're going to be saying, okay, while the password isn't true, we're going to always tell the user your password is wrong. So while this pass is going to be entering is going to be different from 1, 2, 3. Each time we'll tell him wrong password, try again. Wrong password, try again. And he will have to try again and again until he gets the real password. Well, for that to work, we are going to use a different password here, something like 000 at the beginning. Let's first of all execute this program well without an iterator, and then I'll show you why it's also useful to use, how it's useful to use an iterator. So I run this program and it actually returns and says, okay, wrong password. Why? Because the password initially was 000. So it asked me to try again. I'll try again. 234 is 234 the true password? No. Ask me to try again. I would say it might be something like 77742 something like that. Wrong password. I try another password. It's wrong. I try something else. It's wrong. Now I try finally 1, 2, 3, and it stops. So okay, for us to better understand the use of iterators, we are now going to be using a case with number of months left. Like we want to actually have a system that will tell us when to stop breastfeeding the kid. Okay, so I've decided that after 24 months, I'm going to be giving him some extra milk. So, well, all right, let's build a system. Given that at the beginning the kid's age could be something like a 0, for example, like it's just 0 months old, the baby is just 0 months old. Now the point is we want to be increasing it alone, like we're now going to be using age plus plus. So each time the age is going to be incrementing by 1, like by 1 month, the next month 1 month, the next month 1 month, the next month 1 month, until it has reached its end. Somehow useful to return 0. Return 0. So let's run that and see actually, oh, excuse me, I gave a return O instead of a return 0. Well, you see, you can feed the kid, you can feed the kid, you can feed the kid, you can feed the kid again and again. If you count this at 12 different times. So each of these months, we actually fed our kid. To see this more visibly, we can say, okay, well, let's add something here like month number month num with percentage dish month num. So we are going to be checking the month each time, and what percentage d is that? The percentage d is going to be taking the age. How is happening here? I've created a variable each and initialized it to 0, and then a main function. In the main function, I've said, okay, while the age is being less than 13, it's going to be printing num, that's the month one, the month two, the month three, and the iterator here is age. So and we make sure we increment the age each time we return, and then we return 0. So let's see this to see how it works. You see, month number 0, you can breastfeed the kid. Month number 1, you can breastfeed the kid. Month number 2, you can breastfeed the kid. One number right up to month number 12, you can still breastfeed the kid. So that's that for while loop.